Hey, what's up guys? Hope y'all doing well. As I promised, you won't have to wait much longer for another Throne and Liberty video. Tier 2 dungeons were added to global yesterday. We've done 2 out of 4. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to check out other 2. Each tier 2 dungeon took us about like an hour to hour and a half, I think. Everybody was doing it for the first time, except the random people that would join in our parties. They were somewhat experienced, at least one of them. And yeah, me personally, I never watched the video on this one particular. I kind of don't like to watch the video before I try the new content myself. I'm kind of person, if I try, I don't want to spoil stuff to myself. I try, if I get stuck for like a few hours, then I go to YouTube and try to watch somebody's video. But this is the easiest tier 2 dungeon, as most of people say, so I decided I'm gonna start with this one. Um, the key to all these tier 2 dungeons right now, guys, is cooperation, preferably to be in a voice chat all together, because since there's no tier 2 gear yet, you're gonna be doing this in tier 1 gear, and there's no way to avoid doing a lot of mechanics over and over. So you have to perfect the mechanics. People have to do them. If you don't have 3000 gear score, I suggest you farm, do T1, keep farming your gear, and enter T2 when you have 3000. Because for 2500 gear score, something like that, I think you have to know these mechanics to perfection. Otherwise, you're just gonna be prolonging time. Everybody gonna take more time to finish this, and you might not even finish. So yeah, aim for 3000 gear score first before you're going to be doing this. And before we get right into the boss, I'm going to be playing the full run, just commenting like I usually do with pauses, the same way I did the tier 1 dungeons basically. Yes, and before we get to the video, I suggest you split into 3 teams of 2. You will see why. As you can see, we have this one team is Duh and Work in Silence, me and Pothead Buddha, and Argonaut and Juicy Hot right there is another team. I'll tell you why. So let's get to the boss. As we start the boss, the first new block right away. So usually, you see the circle, the purple circle, when you as an indicator to block an attack. When you see this diamond shaped thing, it means you have to roll. You can't just block. You have to dodge roll the mechanics. So basically, any direction key, as you move in, plus Q, it will make you roll. As you can see here, I roll in the front, dodge, perfect. If you remember, if you block, the damage is still gonna go through. You're gonna get hit. So when you see the diamond shape, you have to roll. The next thing, as you can see, this pillars, they're gonna have this purple lines, going to the boss. And what it does, it puts the debuff. As you can see on the boss right now is the hand. As you can see on the characters, you can see the hand. So what you have to do right here, you have to block this raise. You gotta prevent them from reaching the boss. What they do is they debuff you and they stack. The debuff stacks. As you can see, it's 2, 3. Yeah, so if the debuff stack reaches 30 on the boss, he does the one-shot mechanic, everybody wipes. And as I was told, you have to pay attention, and if the character gets more than 15 stacks, like around 16, he might get one shot from the boss attack as well. That's why you need teams of 2, so you're kind of gonna be switched. So every time a person reaches about like level 12 or 13, he switches with his partner, and the partner starts blocking the ray and get the debuff. So remember, do not let the boss get 30 stacks, and don't let your partner get over 15 stacks as well. So as you can see, here we go, just DPS, DPS. Once it's gonna reach about 12, me and my partner are gonna switch. Here I'm doing the dodge roll mechanic. As you can see, we switch. So now the debuff goes lower on my friend, and I get the stacks now. And that way, yeah, that way the boss doesn't get to 30. And the next mechanic is the vortex, just like from tier 1, guys. The vortex, the person who's the furthest from the boss, gonna get the vortex, the red dot on top of you. As soon as you see if the red dot is on top of you, you have to run away somewhere in the middle between the other team and your team. Because the vortex is gonna be huge. I think it's actually bigger than on tier 1, and it's gonna suck people in and do damage. So you don't want the vortex to touch any of your party members. That's why I'm going somewhere in the middle. As soon as the vortex disappears, the red dot disappears from the top of your character, you have to run back. You have about 2 seconds until the vortex pops off. See, I'm running away, the vortex comes, and you see it's a very big circle. So you want to be somewhere in the middle, far away, so you make sure it doesn't reach your team or another team. And you keep DPSing. Another dodge roll mechanic, diamond shape, remember, not just block, but the dodge roll. And then it does the spit on the ground. You see the, I don't know, the throw up looking mustard looking, yeah, thing on the circles on the ground. They just do damage. They do not suck you in, but they do a lot of damage. So you want to make sure you don't stand in those. Run outside right away. Keep DPS, and the next mechanic is a throw up mechanic, just like in tier 1. The boss is gonna tag the person who's the closest to him, so most of the time is gonna be your tank. He gonna see like the mustard color, yellow color thing on top of him, and the boss is also gonna light 2 of the poles with the yellow dots on the top. You're gonna see. So what you wanna do? You wanna make sure so when the boss throws up at you, he gonna cover these 2 pillars. If he doesn't cover these 2 pillars, the boss is gonna do more damage on the next mechanics. So you see, the light spawns. Make sure you don't step into these light circles, things, whatever, because they're gonna stun you. You won't be able to move. So as you can see, our tank got tagged. He gonna stay next to the first pillar, and as soon as you see this rays coming out the boss, you can run. That's when he about to throw up, and as you can see, he starts throwing up, and he's running, he's chasing. Yeah, he's turning towards the tank. He does not do the full circle, almost full circle. He only does a little bit, so the rest don't have to run like in tier 1 dungeon. But you want to kind of make sure you know you're somewhere in the back so it doesn't touch you. And after that, regular block, and it's gonna be all repetitive. It's just gonna repeat the same mechanic. So you make sure you stand next to your partner, make sure he doesn't get over 15 stacks, make sure the boss is not on 30 stacks. So if everybody pays attention to just their team, everything is gonna go smooth, guys. Regular block, circle, see 12, 13, I'm taking over, a throw up on the floor, I'm moving a little bit behind it. Then I'm getting tagged again with the red dot, it means the vortex is gonna pop off. Again, I'm moving towards the middle. Here comes the vortex. I'm switching with my partner again, the dodge roll mechanic. It's pretty easy, guys. All these mechanics are just gonna repeat itself until 50% on the boss. About 50% is gonna be a little new thing. Is gonna be an AoE, but we're gonna get there. Here is the throw up mechanic again. Again, the tank got tagged. You see the yellowed marks or mustard, whatever the color is. Same thing, the throw up. He runs, make sure that both poles are covered. Block mechanic, blocking that, and you can see the rays. They're not always, I think, on the same poles. I think he might be switching them all the time. So just pay attention. Make sure you see where your team member is. Here I started running a little bit too much, and here as you can see, we're getting closer to 50%. So after he does the next mechanic, he gonna do something different. We're gonna see. So the vortex again. This time is on my team member. Dodge roll the diamond. Didn't dodge it, I think, this time. Now you can see once the boss is lower 50%, he's gonna tag everybody with the mark. Here you see everybody got tagged. So now the boss is gonna do AoE damage that you cannot escape, and he hits about for like 7 to 9k damage. So you want to make sure you have enough HP. If you have 6000 HP, do not enter this dungeon, please. Again, remember, if you have 6000 HP, 7000 HP, do not enter this dungeon. Make sure your character has over 10k when you go inside. The way to decrease the AoE damage, so what we were doing, we would run all together close. The tank will do the Bastion buff. They increase your defense. Also, you can pop on here on number 8 on my keybar, you can see the defense potion. Also, you can pop Guardian for the defense to avoid a lot of damage. Here you can see he does the Bastion. I think the Bastion got late to me, or maybe it didn't help at all. But as you can see, it's a lot of damage, guys. I was left with 1600 HP. So make sure you use something for the defense if you have it as well, or just have more than 10k HP, guys. And then it's back to regular mechanics. It's the throw up again. And it's all the same thing until the boss gets less than 40% HP. Then he just starts doing double mechanics like in tier 1 before. So see, it's all repetitive, guys. You just gotta learn the patterns. As long as you learn the patterns, it's gonna be easier. Now the boss is lower than 40% HP. He's gonna start doing double mechanics. You will see. This time he's gonna do vortex. Is gonna be two people. See, it's me and my partner. So we make sure we run towards the middle, different sides. Yes. Maybe you can actually run towards the same side and both vortexes will be just on one side. We haven't tried that. I don't know. Didn't really have to. Um, yeah, just make sure it doesn't touch any of your team members. And the next one is going to be double throw up. Again, it's tank. I think it's easier to do it with ranged DPS because that way the tank is going to get the throw up all the time. And if the tank know what he's doing, it's easy. You know, it's easier to finish all this. So yeah, the tank. I think he didn't. I'm not sure. Oh no no no. Yeah, he did cover everything. It's just double throw up. Double throw up right away. Make sure he covers both poles and double throw up. Everything's perfect. Yeah, this run was very smooth. Everybody learned how to do this. Again, you can check my stream from yesterday. I'm not sure if this run is there, but Island of Terror. Before I post the video with another dungeon, you can go to my stream, go to the end. Oh, okay, here see I used the defense potion. This way the boss didn't do a lot of damage. So defense potion definitely worked. And back to the raids. But yeah, as I was saying, you can go check the stream from yesterday, fast forward towards the end, and you'll see us doing Island of Terror. The guide for that dungeon, I'll try to post it tonight. If not, maybe tomorrow, sometime during the evening. We'll see. Tomorrow I work a lot, so. But I promise, guys, I'll try to post all the dungeons as quick as I can. Still have to do two more, but it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, as long as you're doing everything with your friends in Discord, with your guild members, it's easier to communicate, you know, it's easier to fix everybody's mistakes. So yeah, throw up again. I think it's gonna be a double throw up. Not I think, it will be a double throw up. Yeah, as you can see, double throw up again. Tank knows what he's doing. It's perfect. It's easy. Everybody just DPS. So yeah, as long as everybody doing mechanics, guys, that's the most important part because there's no way to dodge, like to avoid this mechanics in tier 1 gear. You'll have to learn this. You'll have to do the patterns. So the fails, of course, fails are gonna happen. You know, it's okay to fail. It's okay to keep trying. It's okay to spend hours. Like nobody's doing this the first try. Trust me, I don't think there's like anybody who did this without failing at least once. So it's okay, you know. That's why it's better to go with your friends so you don't get random people who might be rage quitting and stuff like that. It's all about practice, guys. Practicing these patterns is nothing too hard. As you can see, we finished it. Let's check the reward. Of course, it's gonna be a blue necklace, so it means we have to do this again. That's when the casino starts. But yeah, guys, hopefully this was helpful. I tried to explain. I think I explained everything here. Don't know if there's anything else to say. If there is, mention it in the comments. Maybe I forgot something. But yeah, this is the easiest tier 2 dungeon. Again, as long as you cooperating and doing everything together, everything's gonna be easy, guys. But I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Drop this guide in your guild Discord. Maybe it will help them. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace. Thank you.